Alright, so today's video, we are going to be watching a Gold 1 DPS on PC, playing some Widow, Tracer, and Mei. Looks like the hero bands were Zarya, Freya, Wrecking Ball, and Symmetra. So that was the bands in a gold game. Honestly, I felt like the game was going well. We seemed to work well together, and my performance was okay. I could have secured more limbs, but I was not concerned enough to switch off. When the game ended, one of the supports said I was terrible, and thanks for the throw. I was really confused because I felt like the game didn't go too bad. I know I need help improving because I've been stuck in gold for a long time, but I genuinely think the game was pretty good. I'll do my best to give you feedback, and we'll see why your teammate thought that. All right. Step one, you can go for a different angle at the beginning as Widow. I'm just gonna show you what I mean right away. Don't be afraid to go for that pop shot up here. A lot of people get surprised by this. Like, look at the shots you could already go for. The amount of times that like a Widow can just get an early pick from here is huge. So don't be afraid to go up here for a quick pick. Okay, even if they get you right. Like, let's say worst case scenario is you peek this right away and they just one shot you. You're back in like. You're gonna be right there very shortly. And then you could do it again if you wanted to because your teammates are creating space. But the point I make it is, play to the strengths of your character. You don't need to go like right here to play Widow. I think your positioning's a little bit, don't be afraid to go for that spot is the point I make. I just think you're kind of putting yourself in a spot here that isn't as solid for Widow. Go up top. Genji's up there now, so be careful. I mean, you don't really know that yet, so if they get you here, that's fine, but. Oh, that Genji really, wow. That Genji certainly is going for you. Okay. There you go. Nice shot on the Ana. Good job. Okay, so Genji's dead, right? Genji is not near you. Your team has taken space control, and you're still at the low ground at the choke, basically next to your Reaper. You need to go take an angle at this point. I'll show you in a second. I know that your HP is this now, but like if we really wanted to kind of look at this, how you could approach this better, eventually end up here. How you get there, that's going to be up to you. Grapple if you want to, take the scenic route. But there was a time in here where you want to end up around here. And the reason why you want to end up around here is because now you've created multiple angles, right? Your Reaper's over here. Your tank and your supports are around here, right? The Moira is vibing right now. I feel like this is a perfect example of just like, there's this, and then here you go. Welcome to playing tank. I already can tell one thing that you're going to need to do, and it goes back to the playmaker thing I talk about all the time. You need to become more of a playmaker. You need to be more confident in taking angles and things like that, and doing so is finding the right timage, right? Like, you don't even have to, like, be aggressive on taking angles. You just need to know when to take an angle and be efficient at it. You just need to be a distraction. I mean, you could go up here and whiff all your Widow shots, but if they're looking at you, you're already doing the right thing. And if they don't look at you, you can miss all the shots in the world as long as you win the team fight. Anyway. The diva just flew to the Moira. The Moira faded into hotel. The diva... The diva's just like, I just want to heal. Any spare heals, please? The answer is nope. Oh, that's great. And what I can see is you do hit some shots. So, like, I think you're kind of playing a little bit too safe. Now, Genji's in front of you and use deflect, okay? Your teammates have made it through the choke. Go up there now. Yes. Go to the high ground. Go to the high ground. Go to the high ground. You can stay here if you want to. I just want you to take that angle to see how good it is. It's okay if you don't right now because you're going to win the team fight and you're in a spot that's a little bit further up, but I wanted you to go up there and just see what it was like with that angle. So just remember this next time you play King's Row, that setting up again to those spots is going to be good. So teammates made a good play there. All right, let's see what happens next. Going for the early angles here. See, like, this is what I mean. Like, you're going for early angles and taking shots at a spot that, like, is advantageous. I think that you could do the same on first point. All right? You could probably do the same on first point. Here we go. Nice shot.
Surrender to my will.
Okay. Okay, Reaper behind you. Nice killing. Oh no, that's your own Reaper. Where am I at? I just said Reaper behind you. It's your own Reaper. Hey, listen, chat. You know, sometimes I gotta lock in. Okay, even I gotta lock in to the spectating here. I still think you're playing too safe. I still think you're playing too safe. It's one of those things where if I play against a Widow who doesn't ever really like go to spots that I need to worry about, then I don't even worry about the Widow. Does that make sense? I hope that what I'm trying to say there is like, if I play against a Widow who doesn't really take aggressive angles and occasionally hits a shot or two, I'm not too worried about the Widow at that point because I know the Widow isn't going to be set up in spots that are going to not allow me to make a play. Like, this is a play. I can see this, yes. Like, this is taking an aggressive angle, and, you know, you didn't quite go for the shot because you were afraid of the Genji deflect, which, by the way, technically, if the Genji isn't looking at you and deflects and isn't aiming at you, you'll be fine, but you could kill your teammate. But point I'm making is that I like that aggressive angle. Like, this is good. You're still getting up there. Now, what you would want to do in this situation is you have multiple options, right? Because they're going to take another engagement point. Now, being aggressive here is the correct play. You could also be... You could go up here for a little bit more of an aggressive angle. I want you to understand this. Like, when they're coming back, you want them to think about multiple different things, right? Like, if you're the team that's running back, right? You're like, okay, I want to run back and I want to get to the point. So the point I'm making here is, when you turn the corner, if you only see everybody here, you're feeling fine, right? If you count 5 people or see close to that, you're like, okay, we're fine. When you have a Widow up here, a Reaper over here, you know, a tank right here, it becomes a lot harder to go and, like, make that retake happen. We'll see though. There you go. Nice. A little bit concerned you did it late, because now you won't have your cooldown up, but that's a different story. Yeah. This is why it's very important to set up early, because you set up so late, you use your cooldown to go to the high ground, and then by the time, like, you see why it's so important to set up pre-fight and not do it in the middle of the fight or when it's about to engage? What would have happened there if you went there when I had mentioned that, you would have your grapple again, and you can get out of that situation, and you can survive that. You were the only one to die to the Orisa ultimate. Obviously, your teammates got wiped after that. But you see what I'm saying? Like, it's about getting to those spots before they even engage. That way your cooldowns are back up, and you can make those plays again. Lucio near you. I'm sure you heard that, but I'll be honest with you. I've zoned like that before too when you take the angle. Like, you knew the Lucio was there, but you weren't quite sure if they're going to go for you. I will say this, though. Do you notice how you took a nice angle there, and then the Lucio had to go out of his way to get you? That's a win for you, isn't it? You have a Lucio who's going out of their way, not giving that same resource and speed to the other team, or heals. They get you, but your team wins the team fight. So, and Lucio is what, 95 on B? If Lucio stays with the team there, that could be a completely different team fight, all because you went and took a, you know, a good angle, and they felt obligated to go for you. This is good. I like this. Yes, yes, yes. Again, the idea here is to force them to up. Well, you might as well just look at Saki smells here and just, yep, there you go.
One can hide from my
Popping walls. Anybody doesn't know, I guess this is, since we've been adding more tips to the video, this is a very generic tip, but it's very helpful. Walls last for, I always give it a little bit of wiggle room. It's like, I think it's like 15.5 seconds or something. I always just count 16 seconds. So like if I was on the other team and you pop walls, I say to my team, walls will be down at 133. And then what I do is I remind my team when the walls are done. So like, I will be like, walls are up till 133. And then once I see the clock go to 133, I'll let chat, I'll let my team know, walls are done, you're good to do whatever. So it's just a little bit of a note for anybody. That's like, anybody can learn from that one. Effective way to farm a battle pass, do your weeklies and dailies. And just play time. Yep. I play the game a lot, I do. Yeah, I mean, I think really what's gonna, when they watch this replay back, it's just very safe play style. It goes back to that playmaking thing we talk about all the time. Just very safe. You're not making the other team feel like they have to get you. Outside of a couple rare moments, like this is good. Like this, like even here, this is better than being here, right? Because you notice how you're further away from your team. Like, look at how the other team like sees this. See, like it's like, how do you deal with the Widow if the like this is why I want to get you in spots where you're able to do this. Look at this. Like this is good. You have a Reaper over here, you have an Orisa in front, and you're all the way in the back. They can't get you. The only way they can really get you is like with a Widow, right? Or like maybe Sojourn hits a really good charge shot. I don't think it's gonna happen. So that's why I'm trying to get you set up in the right spots. Yeah.
My ultimate is charging.
You hit that it's auto take every time. Yeah, tank is just a role that has its moments where tank can be really good and tank can sometimes not feel as effective. Right now, tank is really strong because of the armor bug. But that should be fixed when going into season 18, which is what, less than a week away now. Pop walls to your team. Good job.
Surrender to my will.
That was a javelin that missed by a mile. But hey, you take those. Okay, ping. Already pinged. Nice. Genji didn't get blade either, so there's an opportunity here. Nice shot. I like how that time you shoot into the deflect. You might get him. Nice Venom Mine. Nice play. Come back as Tracer. This is fine. You go top left. Yeah, I would have liked them to go top left. I do think it was okay to wait when the Genji was top right, but I think the approach to back away from the team at that point, from the Genji and not like the disengage from Genji, like it's all about health pack awareness, right? So like if you're the Widow and you know the Genji's there, like this is where you want to end up at because you can grapple away to spots like this or like end up here. But you need to, I know the grapple was used, but the point being is like play health packs at that point and play to survive it rather than just like try to engage them and Venom mine them. Even here, like if you really can get there, just remember where health packs are. They can be helpful, but going up here would have been tough from the position they were in initially. But it is a good spot, like up here or up here are really good spots, especially when your team gets control. You can pretty much take over the map. So does every Widow player always switch to Tracer? I think they went Tracer to get back to point quick. That's not a bad hero to go back quickly. I mean, you can go what, Soldier 76 or Tracer in that situation. Okay, so back a Widow. Let's see how this goes. So you're playing a spot. This is a good spot for a peek. I think, okay. I think you gave up a solid spot. Okay. Oh, now you're back up here again. Okay, that was weird. Like, I think you could have went for an early pick. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, you said you get stuck in gold a lot too. I think once you start to kind of recognize that you need to be a bit more of a playmaker, and I've been reminding people this in my VODs, in like the Spectatings, is like, you just need to recognize that sometimes if you want to consistently win games, you can't, like, just not go for more aggressive angles or plays sometimes, because you're basically relying on your teammates to get kills elsewhere or be able to hold, like, kind of hold the line. That's not going to happen every game. So that's where you kind of can make or break how that goes sometimes based off of just being more aggressive with your play, right? You hit some shots. You know, it's not like you've missed every single shot, right? It's not like that's the case. You know? But, like, this is good. You're on the high ground. You have an angle that they can't see you. You're not in front of your team. This is all good. The Genji's going to go for you. Get ready to the SMG. SMG's better now on Genji too, on Widow too, by the way. So don't be afraid to, like, just SMG the Genji. There you go. Nice. Well played. Hi, buddy. Good disengage out. There you go. Yes! And you're at the spot. This is good. Now go for the shot. Don't be even peek. Listen. They don't have a Widow. You don't need to peek the top right now. And hear me out. I know there can be a surprise. At the very worst, hit tab, and if you don't, like, if you see they're on the same heroes, it means they're not swapping, right? What it'll do is if they're swapping heroes and going, like, Widow, for example, to go for a quick pick, it will show, like, a question mark, but that means they're switching heroes, and you can be more, like, wary of that. But, like, who's gonna go up there, right? Like, on their team? Genji? Maybe? But, like, I don't think Genji wants to start up there, so I'm just saying, like, think about, like, look look bottom right. You can literally see, like, there's no one's gonna be up there. You see what I'm saying? Like, you go to the right spot here, but then you look at the wrong spot. So this is all the good news here, by the way, is that these things are easily fixable. And once you start to adjust and fix this, you're going to end up in a really cool spot with them. You don't need to even don't even look at that tracer. You don't even need to worry about that. Just go get go get the health pack. Yeah. Oh, hey, buddy. Nice shot on Lucio. Good job. I will say your rotations here have been better than before. Like, I truly believe that you've played a better defense thus far than you did on attack. Like, but again, it needs to be like the whole game that way, right? Like, don't go here, don't stand there. Just get up on the high ground behind you to the right, or something different than this low ground right here. And keep in mind, listen, you don't really have to take high ground all the time. I know I talk about high ground, but as Widow, I'm just trying to get you in spots that aren't in front of your team. There you go. Perfect. Good. Stay here. Stay here. Health pack awareness now. There's a health pack below you. So if for some reason they start to really spam you out, this is good. They're looking at you. Drop down. Drop down. Drop down. Okay. Let's do something here. So we're already 3 seconds into this. 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're at 6 seconds, so you officially hit your regen. Okay. So about 10 seconds later, you got your HP. Do you think it would have been quicker just to drop down here, grab this health pack, walk up the stairs, and go for a peek? I think so. I think that actually would have taken less time. Little things like this. You clean up all of this, you're going to be just fine. You got to clean that up, though. Like, you just sat there and waited for your health to regen. Keep in mind, they nerfed that even more recently. It takes, like, 6 seconds now. And actually, I don't know if it's a hot take or not. I think it should go back to 5 seconds just because it felt like that was a good sweet spot for both, the player against someone and then the player going against them. It felt like a good sweet spot. Right now, it feels like you're out of the fight. You know, that extra second, like, just feels like it just makes, like, I don't know how to explain it. But maybe I'm just seeing it differently, and there was a lot more engagement points that were happening there that just quite. But anyway, that's besides the point. Top left is a tracer. Good ping. Best you can do there. I mean, you're playing back here. Good job. Good disengage. You got the tire. They're concentrated on you. I mean, you're disengaging correctly right now. If it makes you feel any better. I mean, you can't really win the team fight now, but like now is the next step. This is where you can make or break the whole situation. And let me kind of show you what I mean by that. Up here. So there's a play you could do that even though you're down, I would like to see you be aggressive up here to go for a quick pick. What this is going to do is it's also going to give you information. Where are they at? Who do you not see? Who do you see? This can help your team. You take the angle here and you see that Junkrat, Moira, and Orisa on cart, and you know that there's like a tracer kind of around here because you knew earlier. This is really good. Also, apparently, everything okay? Few seconds later than I wanted, but you did do it. Good job. Nice. There we go. Do you see how much of a difference like you can make when you go for an aggressive play? I just want to see more of that. You're not going to be able to touch the point, but that is what I've been wanting to see out of you, is going for more of those aggressive plays and going for like those peaks. It just, you'd be surprised at how much you can take over a game.
No one can hide from my sight. I totally feel alive.
All right.
Recover your strength.
This is more just, oh, drop down. Okay, yeah, this angle's fine. You're getting an angle for yourself. This is okay. Health back to your right. Yeah, Chad, the reason why I'm quiet right now is because nothing's happened in the past, like, minute. I don't even know where to go with this. It's like... Yeah, I was going to say, like, it really is being too patient and just, like... It feels like you're always on your back foot sometimes in these team fights when you don't need to be. Like for example... There is a 0% chance you should get rolled by a Junkrat there. And this goes back to what I'm talking about, is like, why are you putting yourself into spots that are easy for that Junkrat? I mean, heck, you could even go up here and have a better opportunity there. You're just kind of afraid to make a play sometimes, and this, you really need to start just being more involved in team fights and trying to, like, you see how that Junkrat went on the high ground right there and played aggressive and went for a play? Do you notice the difference there? You can do that when you're playing Widow. You can do that. Like, that is what I'm trying to see more out of you, is like, going there and making a play. Like, that Junkrat did that because they're like, okay, I need to go up here. We have map control. We have space. I'm taking the high ground. I'm spamming out a Widow. Now, normally, if I see a Junkrat spamming out a Widow like that, I'm like, oh, boy, that Junkrat's going to fall over. But with the way that you've been playing, which is really, like, safe and, like, more, like, fall back and don't take as many, like, shots, what ends up happening is that a Junkrat kills you across the map. This one's a little bit of a different type of duel. I think your Ana's just scoped in healing, and the Tracer made a good play. So I'm not going to, like, fault you too much for that one right there, but... So, yeah. And so now you can only play to draw. Just start taking more of those aggressive angles. Start trying to be more of a playmaker. Start going for more limbs. If you're worried, and people are always like, yeah, but what if I, like, they pick me off? What if I, I do it and I get rolled? you're gonna learn from that. I always say that as long as you're learning from the things that are happening, and like if you get rolled a few times in a spot, if like it doesn't go well, if you learn from that and you realize when to be aggressive, when not to be aggressive, that's how you figure that stuff out. But if you always play super passive or never go for like these like playmaking ability limbs, you're just basically relying on your teammates to constantly do that. And sometimes it's just not going to happen. It's just the other team plays a little bit better, and you need to step up in those situations and make those plays. And you know, that's really all it is. You know, you mentioned you felt like that you played okay during this. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. You played okay. But sometimes in these ranked games, you need to play just like, you need to go for more aggressive plays, and you never know. Maybe if you were more aggressive on Widow on attack, you have more time bank, or you just never let him get to the spot. So, anyway. You can do it, though. I just wanted to kind of summarize that because this is like towards the end of the video on that one, so figured I'd get that part there. You got this, though, all right? All right, now they have a Widow. You don't need to duel him as... Okay, but by the way, do you notice something? What did the Widow do, chat? The Widow took the angle. And again, that is the correct play by the Widow. That's what I mean. Remember, that was something. Remember when you were playing Widow and I said, like, you needed to go up there at the beginning? That's what I was talking about. Same thing there. How's it going, Ben? Here we go. Hide. There you go. Wait, has it always been that you can't cleanse purple when you're in ice block? I didn't even know that was a thing. Did anybody else notice that? What was that? Wait, what? Who purpled you? The Junkrat trap. Oh, I got confused. The Junkrat trap perk. You can't cleanse that if you ice block? That's interesting. I never knew that was how that worked. I thought when you would ice block, it would cleanse off it no matter what. You can? Oh, I thought they ice blocked and they were still purple. You said that perk is gone next season anyway? Oh, okay. Sorry. That was just a random note I noticed. I didn't even know that. Anyway, there's the game. So, I mean, we talked about it. Start being a little bit more aggressive in your play. I don't think, like, it was to the point of your, like, you mentioned your teammates said, oh, you threw the game. No, I don't think you threw the game. I think you just needed to be more of a playmaker, but I wouldn't really call, like, you weren't, like, actively diving into their team and, like, getting rolled. Like, it wasn't like that, you know? But I definitely think you could have been more aggressive and went for more plays. I think that will help you a lot. You got this. Like the video? Hit the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't. Leave a comment. All of that helps. Hope you all enjoy the video. If you want to watch more, you'll have videos pop up right now. So if those of you haven't, they're awesome. With that being said, hope you have an amazing day /night.